So this is a quick flow I made for a post I saw on Reddit about how to remove permission set assignments. Um, it took me a little bit to figure it out, but it's not too bad. So I'll show the use case for this was when a user is deactivated, remove all the permission sets assigned to them. So what I did was I created a record triggered flow. So I set it so to trigger the flow only when a record is updated and after the record is saved, just in case there's anything happens before the record's saved, we want to verify the user is actually deactivated. So that's why that's set up how it is. For the object, I just selected user and made sure that is active is false. So when this user's deactivated, is active will be set to false, and then this will trigger. Next, I had to get the permission sets, and I guess there's some permission sets that the system automatically assigns when you create a user. You just can't see them. So first we have to grab all the permission sets, and there's this field is owned by profile, and just make sure that's false. Then I want to grab all the records that match this, and then we're going to filter them down in a second. And I also stored all the fields. The next item is we get all the permission set assignments where the assignee ID matches the ID of the active user, and you can just grab that like this. If you in a record triggered flow, you just search for record, and then you can go in here and just add ID. And we're going to do the same. We're going to grab all the records for that one. And then here we have a nested loop. So in the first loop, we're using this get permission set assignments, this node up here. We're going to loop through all the results from that. And then for each iteration of this loop, we're going to run another loop inside it where we loop through all the permission sets. And then I just have this little decision. This might not have been the best way to do it, but this is how I did it. I have a match and no match. No match just is the default, but for a match, we check if the permission set ID associated with the permission set assignment equals any of the permission sets that we had previously that we used with that get node. This one, yeah, we check if they match, and if the ID matches for each of the current items from the loop, then I come down here and I made just a collection variable called matching permission set assignments, and we add them to this so we can delete them later. But yeah, so these two loops iterate through all the permission sets and permission set assignments and check if they match any of the permission sets that we gathered. And then at the end, they get put into this delete records and then they get deleted. So I'll show how that works real quick. I have this test user, test, and then I just made two permission sets to show how this works. But if I come here and I deactivate them, then you can see when I'm done, the permission sets were removed. Another thing is, if you don't do this step where you do the get permission sets and check is owned by profile, you'll get an error when you try to, like for example, if you just tried to grab all the permission set assignments related to this user, which is what I tried to do, you'll get an error saying that you can't delete permission sets associated with the profile. So that's why we filter these out by this is owned by profile.